Hey, Dan Meyer here, and today we're going to continue our talk about business planning and focusing on how to actually write the business plan. So in the first video in this series, I talked about what kind of business plan you need to kind of think about where you should go with actually writing the plan. Now today we'll talk about some steps to actually write the plan. And I want to give a quick shout out to one of my executive assistant, Jessica Cruza, who actually put together the research behind this PowerPoint, and she made the PowerPoint. She makes a lot of my PowerPoints. So you'll see probably about a third of my PowerPoints are made by Jessa, and she's an awesome assistant, and I just wanted to give her a special shout out today. So thank you so much for that. So today we're going to talk about how to really create the plan. So important components for an effective business plan. It includes an executive summary, a company overview, market analysis, competitive analysis, products and services, and then finally financial plans. If you have these 6 pieces, they're going to be pretty much in any business plan. If you go out and Google search how to write a business plan or a business plan template, you're going to get something that's going to have in some order, in some combination, these 6 things, right? They're pretty standard across the board. So I'm going to walk through each one. And as I do, I'll share with you a little bit about what I did in my own experience. Now, I've written several business plans. I've launched 5 different businesses in the last 10 years, and I'm about to launch my 6th in 2021. So my background is I have a master's education. I was a teacher before I was a business person. I worked for Wells Fargo for 15 years, got really into IT and data analysis and a lot of nerd stuff. Then about 10 years ago, I launched my own business, and I've been doing my own thing since then. So in the last 10 years, I've launched 10 or 5 businesses. I've helped other businesses launch. I've helped over 30 clients that we currently have with our virtual assistant business. I do a lot of outsourcing for clients. So basically, you see that, the best way to go when you write a business plan is find somebody that can help you craft it. So you want a mentor, a seasoned professional, an expert, somebody who's launched a business can give you some insight. So you take that template that you find, you follow the different things that we talk about today, and then you have someone check it out for you. That's what I've done. I've had the luxury of a couple of my businesses I've launched. I've had great mentors that have helped me really figure out how to grow my business successfully. So the very first thing you want to do is write an executive summary, and it's a rough draft. It's going to be the first thing you do and the last thing you do, right? So the executive summary is something that you start with at a high level in a couple sentences to a paragraph. What are you trying to accomplish with this business? What is your goal? What are you going to sell or produce or teach or train or write about or whatever you're going to do? How are you going to do it? And how's it going to make money? Put that kind of like at a high level. So you include the key points that will like highlights of the things we'll do next. So you write your executive summary, real quick, rough draft, and then you come back at the end and you rewrite it after you've built your entire business plan. So, but the first thing is like figure out, just a high level, what, who, what, why, when, where, how about your business, right? That's what you want to focus on. And then once you have the executive summary, you have that first draft down, then you really want to think about the company overview. And this is what's going to be a combination of your mission statement, your vision, the things you put on your website, the things that you want people to know about your business. It's the meet and greet, right? It's when you walk up to somebody and you tell them what you do and how you do it and why you do it. That's the company overview. Just flesh it out a little bit, right? So introduce your company to the readers of the business plan, especially if you're going to use this business plan to help you get investors or to get all your partners on the same page or to motivate your employees or to help people understand why you're doing what you're doing. You want to create a company overview that isn't just like we do this, this, and this. It's why you do it, how you do it. Use a lot of language that talks about, why this is coming from your passion and why you're in the right place at the right time and how you're going to help people. Be very, very forward-looking in your company overview. Again, your mission and your vision statement will kind of be wrapped in your company overview. You can extract the two of those from your company overview, or they could basically combine, be the start of your company overview, right? Your vision is what you think is going to happen, and your mission statement is how you're going to do it, right? So company history, team, location, mission statement, vision, legal structure, those kind of things can go into the company overview, maybe a couple paragraphs down. Your company overview shouldn't be more than a page. Should be that kind of summary, again, of everything you're doing. So the high-level summary, the executive summary, is definitely 1 page. And the company overview should be, another page behind that fleshes things out a little bit, gives a little bit more detail, is a little less showy and salesy, and a little bit more, this is how we do it, this is who we are kind of thing. So you think about the company overview as being kind of that, again, the meet and greet. Then you want to get into the market analysis. Now, this is where you have to basically make sure that you're going to be able to sustain a business, that you're going to have enough customers to sell to be able to be in business. So what kind of research have you done? Why do you know that what you're going to sell is going to have a market to buy? Who are they? Where do they live? What are their economic backgrounds? How do they access your product? How are you going to be able to market to them? All these things get rolled into your market analysis. You want to make sure that your market's big enough to sustain your goals. You want to make sure that you understand how the market moves and what's going on in there demographically, geographically, and so forth. So you want to segment your market into your top tier customers. Where do they live? Where do they shop? What do they look like as far as like their race, their gender, their age, their education background, their occupation status? Figure all this kind of stuff out. Now, you can do a lot of research by starting with Wikipedia. You can go to the census website, census.gov. You can go to the Small Business Administration, the SBA.gov. You'll get a lot of data from those places that can help you fill in the blanks with your analysis to kind of validate if what you think is true is actually true. And if you're going to go out and get investment capital, you definitely want to have some solid bullet points about how you're going to tap into a market and how you know that market is deep enough for you to make a profit off of. The next thing is competitive analysis, right? You want to know what your competitors are doing. So you want to know where to price yourself, because most people want to figure out how to price themselves somewhere in the middle. Unless you're doing something amazing, you don't want to be the most expensive. And unless you're trying to go for the lowest common denominator, you don't want to be the cheapest, right? You don't want to give away what you're doing without leaving money on the table. So you want to think about your competition. So a good thing to do is think about who else is out there doing something, what you're doing now or similar to what you want to be able to do, and put that into a document, a simple spreadsheet that shows, a couple columns. This is what we were going to do. This is what our competitor A is going to do. Competitor B is going to do. This is their price. This is their distribution. This is their market reach. This is their perfect customer. This is where they sell their products, whether it be online or physical location or combination of both. Maybe put their websites, put their, if they have any kind of special offers they run. How do customers sign up? Do they do a mobile opt-in? Do they go to a website? Do they have to subscribe to something? All that data, right? Put that into this so that you have an understanding of the competition, where you stack up, and highlight where you're going to be the market leader, where you're going to have an edge, where you're going to have a competitive edge on your competition. Are you going to be able to undercut them price-wise because you figured out a system that's going to be cheaper, better, faster? Are you going to be able to offer a better quality than they offer, so you're going to focus on that? Are you going to tap into an underserved market where people aren't getting the product that your competitors are giving to people somewhere else? Think about these things when you do your competitive analysis. When I first launched my Sonic Analytics company, my goal was to really think about who my competitors were, because I wanted to know who else is out there doing analytics training for small businesses in the US. And I found out there weren't many. So it was a pretty wide open market. But I also found out it was a wide open market because a lot of people didn't really need that service. So there wasn't a lot of competition because in hindsight, it's because people weren't buying the product. So I thought I had tapped into something where I could be a market leader and pretty much the only one in town doing this. And I found out that it really wasn't that great. So when I decided to move on from Sonic Analytics to Sonic VA, that's part of why. I still have Sonic Analytics. We still do work for some clients. I do some corporate training. I do some certain things that work out, but it's not my primary focus because I didn't find that it was competitive. So anyway, competitive analysis, make sure you do that. Products and services. Now you really want to think about what is the worth of your business. What are you going to produce? What are you going to solve? What are you going to give service? You have to describe these in detail. You have to have some images. You have to have some mock-ups. You have to have something that gives people a visualization of both what they're going to get and how they're going to feel when they get it. You're going to want to use a lot of descriptive language to help people figure out how this is going to make their life better. These are the kind of things that you put into the business plan as far as what your products will deliver, because this is what investors want to know. Investors are going to want to sense that what you're going to do and what they're going to invest in is going to solve enough problems or make people happy enough, they're going to want to pay money for it over and over again. right? So pricing from the competitive analysis, market data from the market analysis, market segmentation will help you refine your products. And then you figure out what is the perfect product for this market based on the competition and based on the market analysis. This is something we know we can make money off of. That's where you want to really highlight as your top product. You can have other products, but you want to have one go-to-market product that's going to be a winner. Now, again, looking at my experience, when I first launched Sonic VA, I was doing a little bit of everything. But over time, I realized the biggest moneymaker, the best opportunity for us is videos. So I'm taking that one piece of Sonic VA, and Sonic VA is a good business that's making money, but I want to take that one piece that's making the most significant revenue for me and spin it off to its own version so I can diversify, right? So I can have clients of both Sonic VA and Sonic Video Editing. And Sonic Video Editing can take care of clients that don't need a VA and vice versa, right? So I'm spinning off my top product because I've already proven that other products will work. But I didn't know this at the beginning, right? So I figured my first product, what it was going to be is doing general VA work, where we're doing social media management, where we're doing things like email marketing. And we figured those out and we launched those and we do those and they're doing pretty well. But you have to, again, package your products, understand your products and services, and figure out which one is the one that you're going to highlight first as you go out and start to grow your business. And that is the part of the business plan you want to have in big, bold. That's the one you want people to walk away going like, this is cool. I think this is really something I want to invest in or be a partner in or be an employee of. And then finally, we get to the most important piece, because at the bottom line, business is all about money. So no matter what your research tells you, no matter what you feel about stuff, no matter how cool your product sounds to you, if you can't sell it, it doesn't matter. So you want to have a good assessment of how you're going to make money over time. Now, a lot of businesses don't make money the first year or two. I didn't make money in my first year in business, and I didn't actually make money as a profit until my third year as an entrepreneur, second year into my second business. This is something that you probably have to prepare for, right? Very rarely can you make something then boom, become rich off it overnight. You have to kind of like figure out how you're going to grow. Investors look for ROI over time. Some investors want quick payoffs. Some investors want long-term. You want to find the right match for you. And you'll do that by crafting a financial plan that fits for you and then finding the investors or the business partners to match. Right? You want to make sure your numbers are realistic. You want to have a best case, kind of middle of the road case and a worst case. And you want to talk about the worst cases. This is the worst we're going to happen. We're still going to be able to make money. And then if it's better than bad, we're going to do this. And if it's great, we're going to do this. You don't want to show that difference, right? You want to let people know that, you don't want to sell them on the best case. If you just sell people on the best case, you probably won't reach it and everything will fall apart. You want to get them used to the idea that they have to prepare in the short term and then the first couple of years to prepare for the worst case. And then anything better is, a bonus, right? So build your financial plan. Simple Excel spreadsheet, show, how many products you're going to create, what the cost of the product is, or the service you're going to deliver, or how much time it takes you to do something, what your cost is. Put in, all the costs for delivery, for marketing, for distribution, for advertising. Put in the cost to be able to replace things, sustain things. Put in the cost for staffing. Put in the cost for operational expenses. Put in everything you can think of on a big spreadsheet with all the different cost things, right? And then you'll have a summary of what you think you're going to be able to generate as far as revenue and what your expense is going to be. And at the first page of your financial plan, you want to have those two bullet points. This is what we're going to make. This is what's going to cost to make it. And over the first couple of years, maybe the cost to make it's more than the cost you generate. But over 4 or 5 years, you start seeing a profit. That's what you want to have on the summary. And then you want to break it down with every detail possible, because some people are going to want to look at every nook and cranny of what you're talking about as far as your financial plan. So have that ready in a spreadsheet. You don't share the spreadsheet up front. You don't put it in the PowerPoint when you do a pitch. You don't have to have it in your plan itself. You just have that summary, but you want to have all the data available if needed. So that's the financial plan at a high level. So you're thinking about these kind of things, right? You're thinking about how do you do a market analysis? How do you do competitor analysis? How do you build a financial model? Now, if you can do all those on your own, that's awesome. But if you can't, let us know. We can help. I have virtual assistants who can help you do those pieces that you need for your business plan. If you want someone to go out there and look at, by the zip code, who lives where in this country and who has the social economic status to be able to afford the product that you want to sell to them, we can find that data for you. if you want to go out there and look at 20 different competitors who do something that could be competition for you and look at their pricing, not just once, but over time to kind of like build a model of where you're going to stack up over a quarter or over a year, we have VAs that can do that. If you want to do financial modeling, where you want to do kind of like look at all the different pieces that's going to be involved in you putting up your business, managing your business, things that will cost money, and then things that make money and how it all offsets, we have VAs that can do that for you. So if you're interested in hiring a Sonic VA to help you fill in the guts of your business plan, feel free to let us know. Besides doing that kind of stuff, we do all kinds of things. I mentioned Sonic Video Assistant, right? So we make videos for YouTube. If part of your marketing plan is to get yourself out there on YouTube to create videos that can be shared across social media, if you need help on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, we can do that for you. So basically, we want you to focus on what you do best, which is being the face of the business, to be the mover and shaker in your business and in your industry, and let us do all the busy work behind the scenes. So focus on what you do best, hire Sonic VA for all the rest. That's my talk for today, right? I wanted to give you an idea of how to write a business plan. These are the kind of things that you need to do. Again, you want to make sure that you go out there and find a good template, start filling it in, and make it your own. And you want to find data that you can put in the business plan that will help you make a really robust plan that people will want to invest in. So I want to thank you for your time, and go out there and be awesome.